Some players win matches, others collect trophies. Lionel Messi changes how the world understands football. For more than 2 decades, he made the impossible look natural. He slipped between defenders as though they were standing still, delivered passes that nobody else could see, and scored goals that seemed to ignore the laws of balance and space. Lionel Andrés Messi was born on June 24, 1987, in Rosario, Argentina. Football surrounded him from an early age. He grew up in a close-knit family with his parents, Jorge and Celia, and his siblings. His father worked in a steel factory and coached young footballers, while his mother worked in a magnet manufacturing workshop. From a young age, Messi showed extraordinary talent at Newell's Old Boys. But at just 10 years old, he was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency, and his family struggled to afford his treatment. For a young boy with a huge dream, the future suddenly seemed uncertain. But Messi refused to give up. And soon, an opportunity arrived that would change his life forever. At just 13 years old, when FC Barcelona invited him to Spain. Leaving Argentina was difficult, but Messi and his family believed in his dream. In 2000, he moved to Barcelona with his father and joined La Masia, the club's famous youth academy. Despite being smaller than most players, Messi's incredible dribbling, balance, and vision quickly made him stand out. Barcelona also helped support his growth hormone treatment, giving him the chance to continue developing both physically and as a footballer. Then, at just 16 years old, Messi made his first team debut. The quiet boy from Rosario had finally stepped onto the world's biggest stage, and football would never be the same again. Messi's rise was extraordinary. In 2005, at just 17, he scored his first official goal for Barcelona. Playing alongside legends like Ronaldinho, he quickly became a star in his own right. Under Pep Guardiola, he reached another level, forming a legendary partnership with Xavi and Andrés Iniesta. Barcelona won trophy after trophy, while Messi collected Ballon d'Or awards and became the world's best player. In the 2011 Champions League final, he scored against Manchester United as Barcelona dominated the match. By then, the boy from Rosario had become a global icon. But while Messi conquered club football, his journey with Argentina was filled with heartbreak. In 2014, Argentina reached the World Cup final but lost to Germany in extra time. 2 years later, another painful defeat came against Chile in the Copa America final, decided by penalties. The pressure and criticism became overwhelming. After the 2016 final, Messi shocked the world by announcing his retirement from international football, but he couldn't stay away. With the support of his family, teammates, and millions of fans, Messi returned to Argentina. He wasn't ready to give up on his dream of winning a major trophy for his country, and his greatest chapter was still waiting to be written. Away from football, Messi found his greatest source of happiness in his family. His relationship with Antonella Roccuzzo began when they were children in Rosario, Argentina. They married in 2017 and have 3 sons, Tiago, Mateo, and Ciro. For Messi, becoming a father changed his life. His family stood beside him through every victory and every painful defeat, and with their support, Messi continued chasing one dream that was still unfinished, to win a major trophy for Argentina. Then everything began to change. In 2021, Messi finally won his first major international trophy with Argentina. In the Copa America final against Brazil at the Maracanã, Ángel Di Maria scored the only goal of the match. After years of heartbreak and criticism, Messi finally lifted a trophy for his country. The weight on his shoulders began to disappear, but his greatest challenge was still ahead. The 2022 World Cup in Qatar. After a shocking opening loss to Saudi Arabia, Messi led Argentina to victory with outstanding performances throughout the tournament. He scored, created chances, and inspired his team all the way to the final. Against France, Messi scored twice as Argentina survived a thrilling match and won on penalties. Finally, after years of waiting, Messi became a World Cup champion. Lionel Messi had finally won the World Cup. He lifted the trophy above his head, completing the dream that had followed him since childhood. The little boy from Rosario had reached the top of football, but his story was not over yet. In 2021, after more than 2 decades at Barcelona, Messi was forced to leave Barcelona because severe financial rules blocked the club from registering his new contract. Even though he took a massive pay cut to stay, the club simply could not afford him under the league's rigid regulations. Messi left the club and joined Paris Saint-Germain. Then, in 2023, he moved to the United States and joined Inter Miami. Messi quickly made his mark, helping Inter Miami win the league's cup and bringing new attention to football in America. But one challenge remained: the 2026 FIFA World Cup, hosted across the United States, Mexico, and Canada. At 39, Messi was preparing for what could be his final World Cup. The boy who once dreamed of representing Argentina was now ready to write the final chapter of his international career. Then came the 2026 World Cup. Messi returned to football's biggest stage, this time as Argentina's captain and reigning world champion. He led his team through the tournament and into the semifinals, reaching the final against Spain. For Messi, it was one last chance to add another World Cup trophy to his legacy. But this time, football was cruel. Spain scored the only goal of the match, and Argentina's dream of another title was over. There was disappointment and heartbreak. But Messi had already achieved what once seemed impossible. From Rosario to the greatest stages in world football, Lionel Messi's journey was never easy, but he never stopped believing. Through every victory and every setback, his family and millions of fans stood by his side. Messi may have lost the 2026 World Cup final, but his legacy was never defined by one match. With 21 goals, Messi became the highest-scoring player in FIFA World Cup history. His record was surpassed by Kylian Mbappé later in the tournament. Across his club and international career, he has scored more than 900 goals. It was built over decades of goals, trophies, unforgettable moments, and a determination to keep going. He became a world champion, a Ballon d'Or winner, and one of football's greatest icons. Because Messi's story is not just about winning. It is about falling, rising, and never giving up on the dream. Lionel Messi, the little boy who dreamed big and changed the beautiful game forever. Generations from now, people will remember Lionel Messi as a player who showed the world the true beauty of football. As he continues his journey, we wish him good health, happiness, and success, and hope to witness more unforgettable moments from one of the greatest players the game has ever seen. If you enjoyed this biography, please leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe for more epic stories. Thank you for listening.